port trading city of Cremo, and he said that he already had enough clues about the Mermaid Kingdom. It was a huge underwater building with a glowing liquid dome in the Mermaid Kingdom mentioned in the novel. It was said that it was hidden in the most stormy sea. The main character walked with his knight through the crowd of merchants and knew that the stormiest sea is the northern sea of Laurasia, the place where the whaling ships go, leaving from the port of Cremo, because it is from here that the search for the kingdom of the mermaids begins. A bunch of ships tried to squeeze up to the pier. These were trading shops that were calling people to themselves. Shaitan looked around intently and realized that this place had come to life. He imagined the count of the city, who was sitting near an open balcony under the moon, because in the novel the city was destroyed by the Titans and the count, who helped the knight, got caught in the crossfire. A bunch of poor children from the Chinese were thrown out into the street, because this was the city where Xavier came and the children begged for alms, and it was overflowing with vagabonds. It was a smiling family with a child on the father's neck. At this time, everyone was discussing something heatedly and rejoicing at each other. Shaitan stared at what was happening, because he was so happy that he could make this city happy, although he knew what would happen if he saw it in person. He convulsively clenched his lips and almost cried. He bared his teeth with pain in his soul. With tears in his eyes he realized that his stomach twisted, and he had to ask for a large reward. Xavier watched as the protagonist with snot and tears twisted his face. The knight immediately closed his eyes and sighed, because he expected this, that Lloyd was a kind person. The two of them walked along the bridge to a huge building where they understood that this was all thanks to him, because he should receive a commission. They approached the gate of the building and greeted the hero lord, who was their savior. The count immediately hugged the protagonist with a joyful smile and said that he still liked him. This count lifted the protagonist above himself, and he said that he came because he needed to ask him something. White puffy clouds covered the sky. The count crossed his arms and realized that Lloyd wanted to borrow a whaling ship from him in order to get to the kingdom of mermaids. They sat at the negotiating table, while the knight stood nearby, and the brown-haired man explained that the count must think that it was